Hello everynyaa! Welcome to the first official video on my channel after debut. I am very happy to be able to finally create content for you after I got my channel verified. Without further delays, let's move to the video. Some of you who follow me on Twitter probably noticed I'm a big fan of the game series called Eiyu Densetsu, or The Legend of Heroes in English. That's why I want to focus on gameplays with these games first. But to make it easier for you to get into the world with me, I prepared a short introduction video that you are going to watch in a moment. Again, without further delays, let's move to the main video. We are going to have a short tour around the Zemuria continent, a world of Eiyu Densetsu series. For a starter, we are going to look at the map of the continent. As you can see, right side of the map is covered in black. That's because the terrains that are there were not yet introduced in the games in English versions, as 3 more games at the moment I record the video are awaiting their localization. There are 4 main countries I want to talk about today. We will talk about them in order of playing, as every arc of the series takes place in a different country. We are going to start with the Liber Kingdom, then move to Erebonian Empire. Next we will go to Crossbow State, and then we will talk about what I already know about Calvert Republic. At the end I might add a small surprise, so watch video to the end. The Liber Kingdom, or Riberu Okoku, is located in southwestern Zemuria. It is bordered to the south by the Thetis Sea and to the west by an ocean that we don't know the name of. To the north there is Erebonia, and to the east Calvert. Its crest is a white falcon. Their government is constitutional monarchy, and main religion is Septian Church. Current leader of the Liber Kingdom is Queen Alicia II, that ascended the throne when her father, King Edgar III, passed away in 1162 of Septian calendar. She is doing her best to maintain pacifism through diplomacy, which in the situation of Liber is really important, as it borders on 2 superpowers, Erebonia and Calvert. One of her biggest achievements was signing a non-aggression pact between Erebonia, Liber and Calvert that was established after 100 Days War. Once a year, the Queen and other important figures of Liber come together for a royal council. Most important people in the country gather in the Grancel Castle to talk about the future plans for the kingdom. The list of people is not that long. First comes Queen Alicia von Aslis II, considered also a mayor of capital city, Grancel. Mayor Klaus from city of Roland. Mayor Maybell from city of Bose. Mayor Norman from city of Ruin. Factory Chief Marduk, mayor of city of Zeiss, and the head of Zeiss Central Factory, one of the continent's leading Orbal technology developers. General Morgan, a main general of Royal Army of Rebel. And Dean Collins, Dean of Janice Royal Academy, most prestigious private military school in Liber. We are going to get to know Liber first, as the first arc we will play takes action in Liber Kingdom. Trials in the Sky shows us the story of Estelle and Joshua Bright, who are young, ambitious bracers that want to change the world. But more about them you will learn in the next videos in this series. Erebonia Teikoku is an empire located in western Zemuria. It is bordered by the east by Calvert and to the south by Liber. Its crest is a golden stallion. Their major religion is Septian Church, but animism exists here in minority too. The capital of Erebonia is Heimdallr. Current emperor of Erebonia is Eugen Rhys Arnor III, and chancellor is Gilead Osborne. This second man is known on the continent as Blood and Iron Chancellor, but you'll see why when we play through Erebonia Arc, Trials from Cold Steel. As you probably imagine, the size of Empire also causes a lot of diversity in culture, architecture, and a lot of other parts of life. We don't have time to go through all of that step by step, but there are two very important things to say about Erebonia. Probably for every fan of the series, when you say Erebonian Empire, immediately two topics come to mind: army or war, and the other one being trains. Starting with the first one, Erebonian Empire is the strongest military power in all Zemuria, and it's worth to say that around 70% of the whole army is under direct command of Gilead Osborne. There are several organizations that build the army: General Staff Office, Imperial Defense Force, Imperial Intelligence Agency, Armored Divisions, from the 1st to 19th, plus 23rd, plus 32nd, so 21 in total. Railway Military Police, Heimdallr Military Police, and Imperial Air Force. In addition to that, there are also provincial forces, led by the heads of provinces, and are not a part of the army under command of Gilead Osborne. When we look at the administration, we can notice few big provinces that matter most, and are led by four great houses. There is Lamar Province, led by Duke Cayenne, Keruzin Province, led by Duke Albarea, Nortia Province, led by Marquis Rogner, Sutherland Province, led by Marquis Harms, and of course the biggest one, led by the royal family, Heimdallr region. Here there are two main characters leading the state, which is Emperor Eugen Rhys Arnor III and Chancellor Gilead Osborne. The second thing that makes Erebonia unique is the railway network. When you look at how long it is in total, you'll probably understand why Erebonia's arc is called Trials from Cold Steel. As you can notice, every more important place in the Empire is connected with Heimdallr. As a trivia, I found a hint that Kondo Toshihiro, current president of Nihon Falcom, said that Erebonia is loosely based on German Empire during the First World War. Kuroseberu Jichishu, Crossbell Autonomous Province, is a landlocked, self-governing, demilitarized buffer state located in western Zemuria. It is bordered by Erebonia to the west and by Kalvar to the east. It was established in Septian year 1130, and both bordering nations agreed to the proposal of establishing tributary state, over which both would gain suzerainty. It's the heart of Zemuria's international economy, as the biggest bank of the whole Zemuria, which takes care of most of the money flow in the continent, is located in the Crossbell city. International Crossbell Bank, or ABC in short, is owned by Dieter family. The main religion in Crossbell is of course Septian Church. As for the government, it is not as good as it looks in the theory. There is a lot of bribery and selfishness among the politicians there. They care more about their own business than about the well-being of the Crossbell state. Of course, not everyone is like that, but that's the majority of the government. Those few real patriots are struggling, as the Crossbow state has no rights to deal with criminals on their own if said criminal is involved with either Calvard or Erebonia. And that's the main problem we will be solving in the Crossbow arc, when we reach it in our gameplay. The other thing the Crossbow is famous for is the theater troupe, Arkan Sheru. Their acrobatic performances and extraordinary stage settings are praised all across Zemuria. We will definitely hear about them in some situations in story, even before we reach the Crossbow arc. Zemuria Geopolitics is a sovereign state north of Zemuria. It is one of the most pure countries in the whole continent, due to Salt Pale incident. The main religion here is Septian Church, and the capital is city of Haliask. It's located north of Empire, and the main income comes from Jagger Corps formed in this country. About the Salt Pale incident, it happened in Septian year 1178, so less than 30 years before the story of the games. In a big short, it was one of the biggest tragedies in the history of Zemuria. But we will learn more about it during playing through the series. I won't spoil anything here. But what I can tell you, and it's a bit happier news I think, is that there is an anime in the Trials universe. And it shows the story of Northumbria that happened during the time between Cold Steel 2nd part and Cold Steel 3rd part. So it's good. You don't watch it just yet, but keep in mind there is something like that awaiting you. Yeah. We don't have much intel about the Republic of Calvard, as the games in Calvard were not released in English yet. And I don't want to spoil anything, so I will just talk about stuff I know from the other games that won't be big spoilers. Calvard is one of the two biggest military powers in Zemuria, next to Erebonia. Calvard is based on Eastern world. The culture resembles these of Asian countries, and by that I mean architecture, clothes, or even cuisine. Calvard has a lot of diversity in their society due to some historical events that happened there in the last century. We already can meet some Calvardian people in the games that were released in English, but you will see which ones as we go. Okay, my friends, as we talked about all the countries that I wanted to talk about, we are going to finish the material here. I hope that this short introduction will help you understand some of the stuff that will be happening during the gameplay. I will of course answer all questions you will have during we play. It's perfectly fine. But keep in mind, I might skip questions that will be major spoilers for the future story. And now, thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next videos. Don't forget to let me know what do you think about the material. Yeah. Bye bye!